Our world is full of beauty. Lush forests, vast oceans, and towering mountains all speak to the wonders of nature. Yet, amidst this splendor, there exists a silent suffering. Millions of stray animals wander our streets and countryside, deprived of basic needs and subjected to unimaginable cruelty. They are the forgotten ones, left to fend for themselves in a world that often seems indifferent to their plight. These animals are not just statistics, they are living, breathing beings with the capacity to feel pain, fear, and loneliness just like any one of us. They deserve our compassion, our protection, and our help. This essay is a call to action, a plea for every one of us to open our hearts and extend a helping hand to these vulnerable creatures. The issue of stray animals is complex and multifaceted, stemming from a lack of awareness, empathy, and responsible pet ownership. However, it is not an insurmountable problem. By understanding the causes, consequences, and solutions, we can create a world where every animal has a chance at a safe and loving life. Stray animals come from all walks of life. Some were once beloved companions, abandoned by their owners due to unforeseen circumstances or simply discarded when they became inconvenient. Others were born into a life on the streets, offspring of strays who never knew the warmth of a home. Regardless of their past, these animals share a common reality, a daily struggle for survival. They scavenge for scraps of food, often going hungry for days. They seek shelter in makeshift dens, exposed to the elements and vulnerable to predators. They suffer from untreated injuries and illnesses, their pain hidden from view, and they live in constant fear, their senses heightened by the ever-present threat of danger. The physical suffering of stray animals is often visible, etched on their emaciated bodies and haunted eyes. But beneath the surface lies a deeper wound, the psychological toll of abandonment, neglect, and abuse. Deprived of human companionship, many strays exhibit signs of anxiety, depression, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. Imagine the terror of a dog who was once loved and cherished, suddenly finding himself abandoned in a strange and hostile environment. Imagine the heartache of a mother cat, desperately searching for her kittens who were snatched away. These are not isolated incidents. They are the everyday realities for countless stray animals.
Animal cruelty takes on many forms, some subtle, some shockingly overt. It is a spectrum of mistreatment that ranges from neglect to deliberate violence, each act leaving an indelible mark on its victims. While acts of physical violence like hitting or kicking an animal are readily condemned, it's crucial to recognize that cruelty extends far beyond the realm of the physical. Neglect, often a silent form of abuse, is equally devastating. Depriving an animal of basic necessities like food, water, shelter, or veterinary care is a form of cruelty that slowly chips away at their well-being. Imagine a dog chained in a backyard, exposed to the elements without adequate shelter, or a cat left to fend for herself, slowly starving in an abandoned building. These are not isolated incidents. They are the harsh realities for countless animals. Furthermore, the exploitation of animals for entertainment or profit often entails immense suffering. Animals forced to perform in circuses, kept in cramped and unsanitary conditions on factory farms, or used in laboratory testing endure unimaginable physical and psychological trauma. Their pain is often hidden from public view, masked by the guise of entertainment, economic necessity, or scientific progress. But animal cruelty is not a victimless crime. It leaves deep scars, not just on the animals who endure it, but also on our collective conscience. It reflects a fundamental disrespect for life and perpetuates a cycle of violence that has far-reaching consequences.
The physical wounds inflicted by animal cruelty are often the most apparent. Broken bones, lacerations, and internal injuries paint a grim picture of the abuse endured. However, the psychological scars, though unseen, run even deeper, leaving lasting trauma on the animal's psyche. Animals who have been abused often develop a range of behavioral and emotional problems, struggling to cope with the terror they have experienced. Imagine the world through the eyes of an abused animal. Every human interaction becomes a potential threat, every loud noise a trigger for panic. This constant state of fear and anxiety can manifest in various ways. Some animals become withdrawn and fearful, shrinking away from human contact. Others become hypervigilant and aggressive, reacting defensively to any perceived threat. This trauma can also manifest in physical symptoms. Animals suffering from PTSD may experience digestive issues, sleep disturbances, and weakened immune systems. They may develop obsessive-compulsive behaviors, like pacing or excessive grooming, as a coping mechanism for their anxiety. The tragedy is that these animals, already victims of unimaginable cruelty, are often further punished for their trauma-induced behaviors. They are labeled as aggressive, unpredictable, or untrainable, making it even harder for them to find loving homes.
The consequences of animal cruelty extend far beyond the immediate suffering of the animal. This callous disregard for life creates a ripple effect, impacting our communities, our environment, and our very humanity. When we tolerate cruelty towards animals, we erode the very fabric of a compassionate and just society. The link between animal cruelty and violence towards humans is well documented. Studies have shown that individuals who abuse animals are more likely to engage in domestic violence, child abuse, and other violent crimes. This correlation is not coincidental. Cruelty is a learned behavior, and those who learn to inflict pain and control on vulnerable animals are more likely to extend that behavior towards other vulnerable beings, including humans. Moreover, animal cruelty often goes hand in hand with other criminal activities, including drug trafficking, organized crime, and dogfighting rings. These illicit operations thrive on exploitation and violence, perpetuating a cycle of suffering for both animals and humans. Furthermore, the neglect and abandonment of animals contribute to the overpopulation crisis in shelters, placing a significant strain on resources and leading to the euthanasia of millions of healthy and adoptable animals each year. This heartbreaking reality underscores the need for responsible pet ownership, spaying and neutering programs, and community efforts to address the root causes of animal abandonment.
Breaking the cycle of animal cruelty requires a multi-pronged approach that combines legal repercussions, public awareness campaigns, and a fundamental shift in societal attitudes towards animals. Stronger animal cruelty laws, with stricter penalties for offenders, are essential for deterring abuse and holding perpetrators accountable for their actions. While laws vary significantly from country to country, there is a growing global movement to strengthen animal protection legislation. Many countries now recognize animal cruelty as a serious crime, with penalties ranging from fines to imprisonment. These laws send a clear message that animal abuse will not be tolerated and that those who harm animals will be held accountable. However, laws alone are not enough. Effective enforcement of these laws is crucial, requiring dedicated law enforcement officers trained to recognize and investigate cases of animal cruelty. Furthermore, public awareness campaigns play a vital role in educating the public about the various forms of animal abuse, promoting responsible pet ownership, and encouraging people to report suspected cases of cruelty. Ultimately, preventing animal cruelty requires a fundamental shift in our relationship with animals. We must recognize that animals are not objects to be exploited for our entertainment or profit, but sentient beings capable of experiencing a wide range of emotions, including fear, pain, and joy. By fostering empathy and compassion for all creatures, we can create a world where every animal is treated with the dignity and respect they deserve.
Imagine a world where the ones you loved most, the ones you trusted implicitly, suddenly vanished, leaving you utterly alone. This is the heartbreaking reality faced by countless animals abandoned each year, left to navigate a world that can be harsh and unforgiving. The act of abandonment, a betrayal of trust so profound, inflicts a unique kind of suffering, leaving animals physically vulnerable and emotionally scarred. The reasons behind abandonment are varied and complex. often stemming from human circumstances that tragically overshadow the commitment to a pet's well-being. Perhaps a family relocates, unable or unwilling to accommodate their pet in their new life. Perhaps financial hardship strikes, making pet care seem an insurmountable burden. And sometimes the reasons are less about circumstance and more about a callous disregard for the life entrusted to their care. Regardless of the reason, the outcome is the same. A living being dependent on humans for survival is discarded, left to fend for itself in a world that rarely offers a gentle embrace to the lost and forgotten. The streets become their new home, a concrete jungle where survival is a daily struggle, and the comfort of human companionship becomes a distant memory. This act of abandonment has far-reaching consequences, not just for the individual animal, but for society as a whole. It speaks to a lack of empathy, a disconnect from the responsibility we assume when we welcome an animal into our lives. And it perpetuates a cycle of suffering, as abandoned animals often breed uncontrollably, creating a new generation of unwanted animals destined for the same uncertain fate.
A cascade of suffering, the physical toll. The physical challenges faced by abandoned animals are numerous and unforgiving. Deprived of the basic necessities provided by a loving home, they are thrust into a constant battle for survival. Food and water, readily available in a domestic setting, become precious and elusive commodities. They scavenge through garbage, reliant on the kindness of strangers, or simply go without, their bodies slowly succumbing to the ravages of hunger and dehydration. Shelter, too, becomes a luxury. Exposure to the elements, the scorching sun, the biting wind, and the chilling rain takes a toll. They seek refuge in makeshift shelters, abandoned buildings, under porches, or in the hollow of a tree, always vulnerable to the elements and the dangers lurking in the shadows. Disease and parasites present another constant threat. Without regular veterinary care, minor ailments can quickly escalate into life-threatening conditions. Fleas and ticks torment them, intestinal worms sap their strength, and contagious diseases spread rapidly in the close quarters of shelters or on the streets. Injuries, too, are common, the result of fights with other animals, encounters with vehicles, or the cruelty inflicted by humans who see them as a nuisance. The physical toll of abandonment is visible to anyone who cares to look. The matted fur, the protruding ribs, the haunted look in their eyes. It is a stark reminder of the fragility of life without the protection and care that every living creature deserves.
Emotional scars, the invisible wounds of rejection. While the physical hardships endured by abandoned animals are readily apparent, the emotional scars they carry are often hidden, buried deep within their psyche. The trauma of abandonment, the sudden and inexplicable loss of their human family, leaves an indelible mark, shaping their interactions with the world and often hindering their ability to trust again. Imagine the confusion and terror of a dog left tied to a post outside a shelter, watching as their human drives away without a backward glance. Imagine the despair of a cat abandoned in a cardboard box, the familiar sense of home replaced by the cold, sterile smells of a shelter. These experiences leave emotional wounds that can take years to heal, if they ever truly do. The once playful and affectionate companion may become withdrawn and fearful, shying away from human touch. They may struggle to bond with new caregivers, their past betrayals making it difficult to open their hearts again. Some animals may exhibit signs of anxiety and depression, losing their appetite, neglecting their appearance, and withdrawing into themselves. Others may react with aggression, their fear manifesting as a desperate attempt to protect themselves from further harm. They may bark, growl, or even bite, their behavior misconstrued as viciousness, when it is, in reality, a heartbreaking plea for understanding and compassion. The emotional scars of abandonment are a testament to the depth of the bond between humans and animals, a bond that, when severed, leaves both parties forever changed.
From streets to shelters, a system overwhelmed. The heartbreaking reality of animal abandonment plays out daily in animal shelters across the globe. These facilities, often operating on shoestring budgets and staffed by dedicated but overwhelmed individuals, become the last refuge for countless lost, abandoned, and unwanted animals. The influx of animals, far exceeding the availability of resources and adoptive homes, creates a heartbreaking dilemma, forcing difficult decisions and highlighting the urgent need for comprehensive solutions. Shelters struggle to provide even the most basic care for the sheer volume of animals in their charge. Cages meant for one or two animals often house several, limiting space, increasing stress, and fostering the spread of disease. Food and water, while provided, may be insufficient for every animal's needs, and enrichment activities vital for their emotional well-being become a luxury that time and resources rarely allow. The dedicated staff and volunteers work tirelessly to care for their charges, cleaning cages, administering medication, and offering what comfort they can. They witness firsthand the physical and emotional toll of abandonment, the despair in the eyes of a dog passed over for adoption yet again, the silent plea for a second chance. Despite their best efforts, the sad reality is that many shelters are forced to make heartbreaking decisions. Euthanasia, while a last resort, becomes a tragic necessity when space is limited, resources are stretched thin, and the number of animals needing help continues to climb. The weight of these decisions weighs heavily on shelter workers, a grim reminder of the human role in creating this crisis.
Answering the call, a compassionate approach. The plight of stray animals is a global issue, a silent plea for help echoing through the streets of bustling cities and the quiet corners of rural landscapes. While the problem may seem overwhelming, each act of kindness, each moment of compassion, has the power to make a difference in the life of an animal in need. Caring for stray animals is not merely about providing for their physical needs. It is about recognizing their inherent worth, their capacity for love and loyalty, and their rightful place in a world that often overlooks their plight. The first step in caring for stray animals is a shift in perspective. Rather than viewing them as a nuisance or a threat, we must see them for what they are, sentient beings deserving of our empathy and respect. They are not burdens to be avoided, but individuals who, through circumstance or human neglect, find themselves navigating a world not designed for their survival. Their resilience, their ability to adapt and persevere in the face of adversity, is a testament to their strength and their will to live. Approaching a stray animal requires patience, understanding, and a gentle touch. These animals, often wary of human contact due to past negative experiences, need time to assess the situation, to determine if you pose a threat or offer a moment of respite from their daily struggle. A soft voice, a slow, non-threatening approach, and a willingness to let the animal dictate the interaction can go a long way in building trust. Remember, these animals are not objects to be manipulated, but individuals with their own personalities, fears, and desires. Treating them with dignity and respect, acknowledging their autonomy, is as important as providing for their physical needs. By approaching each interaction with compassion and understanding, we can begin to break down the barriers of fear and build bridges of trust, paving the way for a brighter future for these deserving creatures.
The essentials of care: food, water, and shelter. Survival for a stray animal hinges on access to the most basic necessities: food, water, and shelter. Deprived of these essentials, their bodies weaken, their resilience falters, and their very existence becomes a precarious balancing act. Providing for these fundamental needs is not merely an act of kindness, but a lifeline, a tangible expression of compassion that can mean the difference between life and death. Food, a source of energy and nourishment, is often scarce and unreliable in the life of a stray. Scavenging through garbage, competing with other animals for scraps, or simply going hungry becomes a way of life. Offering a nutritious meal, whether it be dry kibble, wet food, or a simple bowl of rice and vegetables, can alleviate their hunger, restore their strength, and provide a moment of respite from their constant search for sustenance. Water, even more crucial for survival than food, is essential for hydration, digestion, and temperature regulation. Yet, access to clean, fresh water is often limited for stray animals, forcing them to rely on puddles, stagnant water sources, or the generosity of strangers. Providing a bowl of water, refilled regularly, can mean the difference between dehydration and health, particularly during the scorching summer months. Shelter, a place of refuge from the elements and the dangers of the outside world, is often a luxury for stray animals. They seek shelter in abandoned buildings, under porches, or in the hollow of a tree, exposed to the elements, vulnerable to predators, and constantly on edge. Providing a simple shelter, a cardboard box lined with blankets, a doghouse insulated against the cold, or even access to a garage or shed during a storm, can provide a much-needed sense of security and protection. Remember, these acts of kindness, while seemingly small, have a profound impact on the lives of stray animals. They offer not just physical sustenance, but a glimmer of hope, a reminder that they are not forgotten, that someone cares. The gift of healing, veterinary care and beyond. The life of a stray animal is fraught with health challenges. Exposure to the elements, inadequate nutrition, and the constant threat of disease and injury take a toll. Providing access to veterinary care is about alleviating suffering and offering a chance at a healthier life. A visit to the veterinarian can address a multitude of health concerns. Vaccinations protect against deadly diseases, safeguarding the community. Parasite control alleviates discomfort and health risks. Spaying or neutering helps control the stray population. Beyond essential services, veterinary care addresses injuries and chronic conditions. Access to veterinary care is a fundamental aspect of animal welfare.
Building bridges of trust, patience, respect, and understanding. Earning the trust of a stray animal is a delicate dance, a slow and patient process built on mutual respect, understanding, and consistent positive interactions. These animals, often wary of human contact due to past negative experiences, may initially approach with caution, their body language a mix of curiosity and fear. It is in these moments that our approach, our ability to read their subtle cues, can make all the difference in building a bridge of understanding. Patience is paramount. Avoid making sudden movements or loud noises, as these can startle and frighten the animal, reinforcing their fear of humans. Instead, approach slowly and calmly, crouching down to their level if possible, presenting yourself as non-threatening. Speak in a soft, soothing voice, offering words of reassurance and encouragement. Food can be a powerful tool in building trust. Place a small amount of food on the ground a safe distance away, allowing the animal to approach at their own pace. As they gain confidence, gradually move the food closer, eventually offering it from your hand. This slow, gradual process helps associate humans with positive experiences, replacing fear with anticipation and trust. Consistency is key. Regular positive interactions, even if they are brief, help solidify the bond. Visit the animal at the same time each day, offering food, water, and a few moments of gentle interaction. Avoid forcing physical contact, allowing the animal to initiate touch when they feel comfortable. A gentle stroke on the head, a scratch behind the ears. These small gestures offered with respect and affection can speak volumes. Remember, building trust takes time, patience, and a genuine desire to connect with the animal on their terms. By approaching each interaction with empathy and understanding, we can help these animals overcome their fear, rediscover the joy of human companionship, and ultimately find their way to a safe and loving home.
Opening doors, the quest for forever homes. For stray animals, the journey from the harsh realities of street life to the warmth and security of a loving home is often a long and arduous one. It requires the dedication of countless individuals and organizations working tirelessly to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome these deserving creatures. Finding forever homes for stray animals is not simply about placing them in any available space, but about making thoughtful, responsible matches that ensure the well-being of both the animal and the adopter. The first step in this journey often involves rescuing animals from dire situations. This may entail trapping feral cats for spaying, neutering, and release programs, TNR, responding to calls about abandoned animals, or pulling animals from overcrowded shelters where their lives may be at risk. These rescue efforts, often carried out by volunteers driven by compassion and a deep love for animals, are the first step in offering these animals a second chance at a brighter future. Once rescued, animals may require medical attention, behavioral rehabilitation, or simply time and space to decompress from the trauma they have endured. Shelters and rescue organizations play a vital role in providing these services, offering a safe haven where animals can heal, regain their strength, and learn to trust humans again. Finding the right home for each animal is a multifaceted process that involves careful assessment of the animal's personality, temperament, and needs, as well as consideration of the potential adopter's lifestyle, experience, and expectations. It is not about finding a home for every animal, but about finding the right home for each individual, ensuring a harmonious and lasting match. This quest for forever homes requires a collective effort, a community united in its compassion for animals and its commitment to providing them with the love, care, and security they deserve.
Adoption, a life-saving choice. Adoption, a profound act of compassion and commitment, offers a lifeline to animals in need while enriching the lives of those who open their hearts and homes to these deserving creatures. It is a decision that should be approached with careful consideration, understanding the responsibilities involved and the lifelong bond that is forged when you welcome an animal into your family. Choosing to adopt, rather than purchase from a breeder or pet store, sends a powerful message that every animal, regardless of its breed, age, or history, deserves a chance at a loving home. Adoption helps reduce the number of animals euthanized in shelters each year, freeing up resources to care for other animals in need and breaking the cycle of pet overpopulation. The adoption process, designed to ensure the well-being of both the animal and the adopter, typically involves an application, an interview, and a home visit. Shelters and rescue organizations strive to make thoughtful, responsible matches, considering factors such as the animal's personality, energy level, and any special needs, as well as the adopter's lifestyle, experience with animals, and expectations. Adopting an animal is not without its challenges. Animals may arrive in their new homes with emotional baggage from past experiences, requiring patience, understanding, and consistent training. However, the rewards of adoption far outweigh the challenges. The unconditional love, the unwavering loyalty, and the joy that an animal brings to a home are immeasurable gifts, enriching our lives in countless ways. By choosing adoption, you are not just giving an animal a second chance. You are gaining a loyal companion, a furry family member, and a source of unconditional love that will brighten your days for years to come. It is a decision you will never regret, a testament to the power of compassion to heal hearts and change lives, both human and animal.
Fostering, a vital link in the chain of animal rescue, provides a temporary but loving bridge between shelter life and a forever home. It offers animals a much-needed break from the often stressful environment of a shelter, allowing them to decompress, heal, and showcase their true personalities in a home setting. For those unable to make a lifelong commitment, fostering offers a rewarding way to make a tangible difference in the lives of animals in need. Foster homes provide a safe and nurturing environment where animals can receive individualized care, socialization, and training, preparing them for adoption into loving homes. This is particularly crucial for animals who may be struggling to adapt to shelter life, such as those recovering from illness or injury, those with behavioral issues stemming from past trauma, or those who simply thrive in a home environment. Fostering not only benefits the animals, but also provides valuable information to shelters and rescue organizations, helping them find the perfect forever home. Foster families gain first-hand knowledge of the animal's personality, preferences, and any special needs, insights that are invaluable in making successful adoption matches. While fostering is a temporary commitment, it is not without its challenges. It requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to open your heart and home to an animal in need, knowing that the ultimate goal is to see them thrive in their forever home. Saying goodbye is never easy, but the joy of knowing you played a vital role in their journey makes it all worthwhile. For those with the space in their homes and their hearts, fostering offers a unique opportunity to make a real difference in the lives of animals in need. It is a chance to experience the unconditional love of an animal companion, to witness their resilience and capacity for joy, and to play a vital role in their journey to a brighter future.
In today's interconnected world, the power of networks extends far beyond our social circles, offering a lifeline for stray animals seeking their forever homes. Online platforms, social media, and community engagement initiatives have become invaluable tools for raising awareness, connecting animals with potential adopters, and mobilizing support for animal rescue efforts. Social media platforms, with their vast reach and ability to share compelling stories and images, have become powerful tools for animal rescue organizations and individuals alike. Heartwarming photos, touching narratives, and urgent pleas for help capture the attention of animal lovers far and wide, creating a ripple effect of compassion that can lead to adoptions, donations, and increased awareness of the plight of homeless animals. Online adoption platforms provide a centralized hub where shelters and rescue organizations can showcase animals available for adoption, complete with photos, bios, and information about their personalities and needs. Potential adopters can browse through countless profiles, filter by their preferences, and connect with organizations to learn more about animals that capture their hearts. Community engagement initiatives such as adoption events, fundraising drives, and volunteer opportunities provide tangible ways for people to get involved in their local animal rescue efforts. These events offer a chance to meet adoptable animals face-to-face, interact with dedicated volunteers and staff, and learn more about the challenges and rewards of providing homes for animals in need. The collective impact of these networks is undeniable, amplifying the voices of those who speak to the voiceless, connecting animals with loving homes, and fostering a sense of community united in its compassion for animals. By harnessing the power of these networks, sharing stories, donating resources, and spreading the word, we can help ensure that every deserving animal finds its way to a safe, loving, and forever home.
Every stray animal carries within them a story, a tapestry woven with threads of resilience, hardship, and the enduring hope for a brighter future. These stories, often etched on their bodies and reflected in their eyes, are testaments to the indomitable spirit of animals and the transformative power of compassion. From the bustling streets of cities to the quiet corners of rural shelters, tales of second chances unfold every day, reminding us that even in the darkest of circumstances, hope can bloom. Take, for instance, the story of Lucky, a scruffy terrier mix found abandoned in a park, his matted fur hiding wounds both physical and emotional. Fearful and distrustful of humans, he cowered at the back of his kennel, his spirit seemingly broken. But beneath the surface, a flicker of hope remained, a spark ignited by the kindness of a shelter volunteer named Sarah. Sarah, drawn to Lucky's soulful eyes, made it her mission to earn his trust. With patience and gentle persistence, she chipped away at the walls he had built around his heart, offering treats, soft words, and the promise of a better life. Slowly but surely, Lucky began to respond, his tail tentatively wagging, his eyes losing their wary glint. One day, a family visited the shelter, their hearts set on finding a dog to welcome into their home. They met several dogs, but none seemed to fit. Then they saw Lucky, curled up in the back of his kennel. Sarah shared his story, his journey from fear to tentative trust. Something about Lucky touched their hearts, and they decided to give him a chance. Today, Lucky is a different dog. His fur shines, his tail wags incessantly, and his eyes sparkle with mischief and love. He has blossomed in the care of his adoptive family, his traumatic past fading into a distant memory. Lucky's story, like so many others, reminds us that every animal, no matter how lost or broken they may seem, deserves a second chance at happiness.
From fear to love, the journey of a timid soul. The journey from fear to love is often a gradual one, a delicate dance between patience, understanding, and the unwavering belief in an animal's capacity for healing. For Luna, a sleek black cat found abandoned in an alleyway, the path to trust was paved with small victories, each tentative step forward a testament to the power of human kindness. When Luna arrived at the shelter, she was a shadow of her former self, her once lustrous coat dull and matted, her body thin and trembling. She recoiled from human touch, her emerald eyes wide with fear, her every movement conveying a deep-seated distrust of the world. She had been betrayed by humans, abandoned to fend for herself, and the scars of that experience ran deep. Enter Emily, a seasoned foster parent with a knack for earning the trust of even the most skittish animals. Emily understood that Luna's fear was a defense mechanism, a way to protect herself from further harm. She approached Luna with caution and respect, her every action conveying safety and reassurance. Emily created a quiet, secure space for Luna in her home, a sanctuary where she could decompress and begin to heal. She spoke to Luna in soft, soothing tones, offering treats and gentle strokes whenever Luna would allow it. She respected Luna's boundaries, never forcing interaction, allowing the cat to dictate the pace of their budding relationship. Slowly but surely, Luna began to let down her guard. The trembling subsided, replaced by a tentative curiosity. She ventured out from her hiding spots more often, her tail tentatively twitching as Emily approached. One day, Luna surprised both herself and Emily by rubbing against her leg, a purr rumbling deep within her chest. That purr, a symphony of forgiveness and burgeoning trust, was a turning point for Luna. It marked the beginning of a beautiful friendship, a testament to the healing power of patience, love, and the unwavering belief in an animal's capacity for transformation.
For Dr. Lisa Carter, a veterinarian at a bustling city animal shelter, every day is a testament to the resilience of animals and the transformative power of compassion. She has witnessed firsthand the darkest depths of animal cruelty and neglect, but she has also been privileged to witness countless stories of hope, healing, and second chances. Working in a shelter can be emotionally challenging, Dr. Carter admits, but it is also incredibly rewarding. We see animals coming in here at their lowest point, often injured, scared, and traumatized. But even in their darkest hour, there's this spark of hope in their eyes, this will to survive. Dr. Carter recalls the story of Max, a pit bull mix rescued from a dogfighting ring. When Max arrived, he was emaciated, covered in scars, and terrified of human contact. He had never known kindness, only violence and pain. But our team worked tirelessly to rehabilitate him, both physically and emotionally. Through a combination of medical care, behavioral therapy, and the unwavering dedication of shelter staff and volunteers, Max slowly began to heal. He learned to trust again, to experience human touch without flinching, and to find joy in simple pleasures like walks in the park and belly rubs. Seeing Max blossom was a truly transformative experience, Dr. Carter reflects. He went from being a scared, broken dog to a happy, affectionate companion. He found his forever home with a loving family who adores him. And it's a reminder that even the most traumatized animals can heal and experience love. Dr. Carter's story underscores the vital role that shelter veterinarians play in the lives of stray and abandoned animals. They are not just medical professionals, but healers, advocates, and beacons of hope, working tirelessly to mend broken bodies, soothe wounded spirits, and offer a second chance at a brighter future.
The decision to open your heart and home to a foster animal is a profound act of kindness, a temporary but transformative experience that benefits both the animal and the foster family. For Sarah and David Miller, fostering became an integral part of their lives, a way to make a tangible difference in the lives of animals in need while experiencing the joys of animal companionship. We had always wanted a dog, but with our busy work schedules, we weren't sure if we were ready for a lifelong commitment. That's when we discovered fostering. Fostering, they found, offered the perfect solution. They could provide a loving temporary home for dogs in need while giving themselves time to adjust to life with a canine companion. They began by fostering short-term, providing respite care for dogs recovering from surgery or those needing a break from shelter life. Each dog we fostered brought something special into our lives. We learned so much about dog behavior, about patience, and about the unconditional love that animals offer. One foster dog, a playful beagle mix named Charlie, captured their hearts in a way they never expected. Charlie had been found abandoned in a parking lot, scared, alone, and desperately in need of love. The Millers provided the care and attention he craved, and in return, Charlie filled their home with laughter, snuggles, and a boundless capacity for joy. Saying goodbye to our foster dogs is never easy, but knowing that we played a vital role in their journey makes it all worthwhile. We've stayed in touch with many of our foster families, and seeing our dogs thrive in their forever homes is the greatest reward of all. The Miller story highlights the profound impact that foster families have on the lives of homeless animals. They provide a safe haven, a loving embrace, and a stepping stone to a brighter future, one filled with warmth, security, and the unwavering love of a family.
As we reach the end of this exploration into the lives of stray animals, one resounding truth emerges. Their fate is inextricably intertwined with our own. Their well-being is a reflection of our compassion, our willingness to see beyond our own needs and recognize the shared vulnerability that connects all living creatures. The path forward is clear, a future where every animal is treated with dignity, respect, and the promise of a life free from suffering. This shared journey requires a fundamental shift in perspective, a recognition that animals are not commodities to be exploited or discarded, but sentient beings deserving of our empathy and protection. It demands that we confront the systemic issues that perpetuate animal homelessness, from irresponsible breeding practices to the lack of affordable veterinary care. And it compels us to challenge our own assumptions, to examine our own roles as consumers and citizens in a world grappling with the ethical complexities of human-animal relationships. The good news is that this journey, though challenging, is not one we undertake alone. Across the globe, a compassionate movement is gaining momentum, fueled by the tireless efforts of individuals, organizations, and communities united in their commitment to creating a better world for animals. From the volunteers who dedicate countless hours to caring for homeless animals, to the advocates who tirelessly campaign for stronger animal protection laws, a wave of change is sweeping across the globe, carrying with it the promise of a brighter future for all. This is not a utopian dream, but a tangible goal, achievable through our collective action, our unwavering commitment to justice, and our belief in the transformative power of compassion. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now. The desire to make a difference in the lives of stray animals burns brightly in the hearts of many, but the path forward may seem daunting. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, creates ripples of change. Adopt, foster, volunteer, donate, or educate yourself and others. Adoption saves lives and strengthens the human-animal bond. Fostering offers temporary care and socialization. Volunteering provides hands-on support and companionship. Donations, even small ones, make a big impact. Education and awareness are powerful tools. Together we can create a compassionate world for all. As we conclude this exploration into the plight of stray animals, it is essential to acknowledge the unsung heroes who dedicate their lives to alleviating their suffering and offering them a beacon of hope. To the shelter workers, veterinarians, volunteers, rescuers, foster parents, and advocates who work tirelessly behind the scenes, often with limited resources and in the face of overwhelming challenges, we offer our deepest gratitude. Your unwavering compassion, your tireless dedication, and your unwavering belief in the inherent worth of every animal serve as an inspiration to us all. You are the voice for the voiceless, the guardians of the vulnerable, and the embodiment of kindness in a world that often seems to have forgotten the importance of empathy and compassion. To those who have opened their hearts and homes to adopted animals, welcoming them into their families and offering them the gift of unconditional love and a second chance at happiness, we thank you. Your willingness to embrace animals in need, regardless of their pasts or their imperfections, is a testament to the transformative power of love and the enduring bond between humans and animals. And to those who support animal welfare organizations through donations, volunteering, or simply spreading awareness, we thank you. Your generosity and commitment provide vital resources that enable these organizations to continue their life-saving work, rescuing, rehabilitating, and rehoming countless animals each year. Together, through our collective efforts, our shared compassion and our unwavering belief in a better future for all, we can create a world where every animal is treated with the dignity, respect and love they deserve. Thank you for joining us on this journey.